People think that the debate between AI agents and software is a zero-sum game. But actually, over this video, I'm going to show you the 5 key differences between the two and the 5 steps that you can take to implement AI agents into your software. The first difference is that SaaS and AI agents simply operate on a different layer. So SaaS allow you to CRUD your database so you can create, edit, update, and delete any information that you have in your app, whereas an AI agent would integrate business logic on top of it. The second key difference between an AI agent and a SaaS is that AI agents generally have a much simpler UX. So for a SaaS, you probably have as many screens as activities for that your users want to accomplish, whereas an AI agent could operate from a much simpler interface, say a chat, for instance, from which you would be able to kickstart different workflows. A third key difference is that a traditional SaaS is generally constrained by the data from its own internal database, whereas in the case of AI agents, they could more easily connect to third-party tools through automated notifications, or the agents could also decide to go scrape the web. So they would have a lot more freedom in extracting information outside the platform. The fourth key difference is that AI agents operate autonomously. So instead of giving AI agents a set of automated workflows where your user would be receiving a welcome email or an email sequence upon registration, AI agents would be focused on boosting engagement. So this means that they're going to take all the actions that they need to take to make sure that you achieve your engagement metrics. That brings me to the last unique difference is that agents are more outcome driven, whereas a traditional SaaS is more task driven. So in the context of a SaaS, you would probably have a different set of activities that users would be able to accomplish, whereas an agent is more seen as a digital assistant who helps you achieve certain outcome. It's a lot more strategic and therefore a lot more valuable for your users. So as I said, this is not a winner takes all. SaaS are ideally positioned to integrate AI agents, and those are the 5 steps I would take to implement AI agents into my existing software. So the first step would be to vectorize all the information from my users. So let's say that you are, again, dealing with a CRM where your users are adding activities and notes and comments. I would vectorize all of that information to then allow them to query that information later on. The second step would actually be to build an interface to allow your users to integrate with those agents. So it could be in the form of a chat, for instance, where you would allow your users to RAG that data. So then if you want to expand the workflow and the scope of your product, then you should allow your agents to operate beyond your app. If you want to go down this direction, you could use a tool like Composio that allows your users to authenticate automatically with other tools such as Gmail or Salesforce and so on. So then step 4 would be to implement a set of different agents to accomplish certain workflows. So if you were to use Crew AI Plus, for instance, you could essentially automate specific workflows and connect those workflows with a React component. Finally, the last step is, as you are introducing AI agents into your software, you probably want to introduce more resources for your users to get the most of it. So that means potentially some classes around prompt engineering, how to interact, how to connect to third-party tools and so on, so that they can really get the most out of the agents that you're introducing.